Hello everyone. Today I will do an example on CV ATS-compliant CV analyzer. In this video, I will show you how I integrated Frontend using React with my Spring Boot application. Okay. So in first video, I showed you how I created ATS-compliant CV analyzer using Java Spring Boot, and I showed you result on Swagger UI. This time I'll show you result on the React frontend. Okay, so let's begin with an example. Okay, here I've got job description. So I copy a job description, this, and I upload my CV, and then I click analyze button. And I wait for around 1 minute to see the result. Okay. Between I see what is happening in the backend. Okay, things are getting parsed and probably by now I get the result. Okay, so this is the response I'm getting from the backend. This is complete analysis of a CV. Okay, for example, ATS compliance evaluation. So section presents like summary and objective in CV is missing, and skills are present, work experience is present, education is present, certificates are missing. Okay, and the keyword optimization is missing. The main part is like measurable outcome. Okay, currently has strong verbs like Abwicklung. This is like a German, this is for the German IT market, so that's why I have some German words. Okay, Abwicklung, Entwicklung, analysieren, but lacks measurable outcome, improve performance by X. Normally, when we write a CV, we have to define our achievement, like how we improve performance of something, how we solve some problem that would improve our chance to get our next position. Okay, so this kind of measurement is really missing in the CV. And then evaluation of ATS-friendly formatting, answer is no. Okay, so CV uses non-standard terms and fonts. So font and terms are not so good in the CV. The language is German while job description is in English. It is also an important point to consider. Some job description are in English. If your CV is not in English, that is also a concern. If job description is in German and CV is in English, then it is also a concern. Okay, and CV does not fully adhere to ATS-friendly formatting due to potential language mismatch, inconsistent bullet usage, and clarity. How about clarity? So score is 7 by 10. So optimal length considering the experience level. Okay, ATS score 6 by 10. 6 by 10 is acceptable in some cases. Some cases it is not acceptable. Okay, if competition is high, then this score will not be acceptable. CV contain relevant experience and skills that align with job description but lack essential sections like summary, complete language consistency, measurable achievement, and formatting discrepancy, missing keywords, lower its ATS likelihood of passing. So if you send this kind of CV in some big companies where competition is high, then this CV is likely to get rejection. Okay, that's what I understand because the score is low. Okay, so here are some suggestions like add summary or objective, include a brief professional summary or objective to capture the reader's attention, incorporate missing, optimizing application standard formatting. So you can read all these things. Okay, and apart from it, user also has facility to download this response. Okay, because once you stop using this page, you may forget what is written here. So it's a good idea to download this response and see, this is the response, this is what you can get. I also noticed that there are some applications which are providing similar services like this, even quite more presentable in a presentable form. They charge around 10 euros or maybe sometime 20 euros. And if I launch this application, I will not charge, I will try my best to not charge any money. But if I get too many visitors on my website, so maybe through advertisement, I could make some money. Yeah. So, yeah, this is all about the analysis of this CV analyzer. Okay, now I explain you a bit about the backend part. I already explained you the backend part, so I explain you a bit about the architecture. Okay, so I hope it works. So, yeah, Yesterday I tried to create architecture of this thing. Yes, here I have a user. User will send upload CV and job description. JD stands for job description. CV stands for curriculum white. Okay, so user uploaded the CV to the React application. That's what I did. This is a React application. I uploaded my CV here. I have mentioned I have written the job description here, and then React application is communicating with a Spring Boot application. Here I have a Spring Boot application. Okay, if you want to create application using some other backend frameworks, you are free to do it. And then Spring Boot application process the CV, parse a CV, I mean parse a CV, and then create a prompt. In that prompt there will be a prompt message, parse CV and job description, and then this Spring Boot application will send this that prompt message to the LLM. Okay, currently I'm using OpenAI as a LLM, and LLM will send the response back. Okay, here I also mentioned caching. So far I did not implement caching, but what is the purpose of caching here? Suppose a user is sending same CV multiple times. So if user send CV once, then CV must be processed, and then backend application must communicate with the OpenAI, and then OpenAI send the response back. But every call to OpenAI costs money. Okay, so to reduce that cost, what I can do that I can save that data in the Redis in the caching framework caching, and then if the cache, if the Spring Boot is the backend application found that data already exists in the cache, then response will be sent back from the cache to the backend application, and backend application will send response back to the React. So this will save our API calls and save our cost. Okay, so this is the purpose of using caching here. Okay, and once either LLM send the response back to backend application or cache, that response will be formatted. Okay, in some form. In currently we are using Markdown format. Okay, later it is converted into HTML. I think. Yeah. Wait a moment. Yes, it is converted to HTML render format. Okay. Okay, so then HTML render format will be sent back to the React application, and the response will be shown here like this. Okay, it looks like a Markdown format. Okay, but I chose two formats, either Markdown or HTML. Currently, it seems like it is showing only Markdown format, and here is facility of downloading the file. Okay, so in front end, okay, so how Frontend is working, it is like one page, single page application. I wrote a lot of stuff in app.js x file. I could also have written it some other JSX files, but I chose to write everything here because it's not too much code. So first thing is that I submit the data, submit CV and job description. So once I click the submit button, then this method will be invoked. And once I get the response, then that response will be processed via this method. Okay, what happened that sometimes I get response in which lines are not in certain format, so it will insert a new line. This method will insert a new line after every 80 uh, words, 80 not 80 words, 80 character, okay, including space. So I could so the response is readable, okay, to the user. Okay, so once HTML is set, and here this method is used to download the file in that PDF format. Okay, and the name of the file will be analysis. Okay, so yeah, this is more like HTML part of the React application. So here it is a style, and this is a form. Okay, here it is the first label. It is this is for the job description. This is okay, so this is a job description. That's how it is. I created it like text area. It is extensible. If any change happened, then this value will be changed here. And this is a placeholder. Okay, after that, I created a file upload option using upload CV. Okay, input type file. Okay, and then HTML content is like this. I'm thinking to use something more, something which look better. But as of now, the situation is like this. Okay, so yeah, so it seems working quite well, I would say. Okay, I'm quite yeah, this is not align this thing. Yeah, This is one issue. Okay, and yeah, so with I think we are done for the today. Mm. And thank you very much for watching this video. And in case you like this video, then please subscribe my channel so you won't miss any upcoming videos. Okay, and I wish you a very nice day.